Russ, 7-1 in the first round, and you praised them for the way they carried on even when they were ahead, and it was similar tonight, wasn't it? 9-0. What were your thoughts on it?
Yeah. I was disappointed with the first half, 3-0. I didn't think we got going at all, and we were probably lucky to get a couple of the goals. Went into a 1-0 lead fairly early, and had 3 chances in the first 5 minutes. Didn't put them away, but I thought we got a bit sloppy, bit lax. No intensity in the pass, in out of possession as well to close them down. And they looked to me a decent side first half. Certainly on the counter attack, both wingers looked good for them, and they could have had a couple of goals. So a little bit of a worry there. Although we went in 3-0 up at half time. I told them that in certain terms was I pleased with that, and I'm pleased the second half they bucked up a little bit and played some really good stuff second half, and showed a little bit more of what I feel they can do.
Yeah, it shows the standards you're after if you having a bit of a pop when they're 3-0 up at half time. But you obviously didn't like exactly what you saw, but to score 9 in the end, were you pleased with the way they did it in the second half?
Yeah. Some of the goals second half excellent. I mean, there could have been 5 or 6 more as well. Missed a few good chances and good contribution from everyone. Right from Harvey through, and then Harry Reynolds came on second half, looked good in goal, and Danny Reynolds came on, and Jamie Goodwin got involved as well. So tried a couple of little different positions out, dropped Jamie and Goodwin in the hole for a little bit, see how we did there, and with a view to Birmingham and seeing what we might do there against them. But no, I've got to be pleased. I mean, some of the combination play was superb, and in the end, really pleased with them. Yeah,
Zach scored a hat-trick in both rounds, hasn't he? But Harry, I think that's 29 now. I asked him, and he said he had 26 before tonight, so 29 including friendlies for an attacking midfielder. And it's something a bit special, isn't it, at this stage of the season?
And I think there's a lot more to come from him. I think he needs stretching a bit more as well. I think sometimes he can, as I said to him at half time, he doesn't really have to try an awful lot. That's how good he is. Doesn't really have to try an awful lot to get those sort of chances for himself. I think he probably needs stretching. We talked about that on the bench, but tremendous, effort. I didn't expect him to get this many. I knew what sort of player he was, but to get, like I said, 29, I think is that in leagues or is that?
That's everything. 29 in League Cup and friendlies, yeah.
So massive. I mean, he must be 20 in League and Cup, 29 overall with pre-season. So, and he's missed a few as well. So, but he's credit to him. He's kept going and done well. And Zach, like you said, came alive second half. Disappointed with his first half. I told him so at half time. And it's all about keeping the standards up. For me, young lads can drop and not sort of think they've arrived, but certainly think they're, somewhere where they're not quite yet. Yeah. No, really pleased with the boys, and they've been absolute credit really for a year now. I would say since we played Tottenham last year in the third round, and they've really stepped on. And that's the sort of, like I said, I've got to expect high standards, and they've got to keep them.
Yeah, and you gave Tottenham a good game, didn't you? 1-0, and you pushed them all the way. And you're looking forward to now having a crack at Birmingham. Yeah,
I've just seen Birmingham's results, and Paul Godfrey gave me the sheet of what they've had and what they've got coming up. And a couple of teams they've played, we've drawn with them as well, and they have as well. So it's different when you get out on the pitch, obviously, but we'll see. We've had games against them before, and they've been close affairs. So. It'd be interesting night, I think. But we've got to, we've certainly got to produce some of the second half performance that we did tonight. If we produce what we did in the first half, it'll be a lot tougher game than can be expected. But I'm sure we'll prepare for it obviously well, and give it a best shot. I think it's going to be about 3 or 4 weeks' time.
Yeah. So you've got to get it in before Christmas.
Yeah, we've got a 17th of December as a initial date. Sort of off the top of our heads in the dressing room, so it's got to be played by the 21st of December.
Right. And how good a feeling is it to get the audit out of the way? Because everyone knows how hard you work with that, and everything seems to have gone well with that. And now you've got a FA Cup third round to look forward to.
Yeah, well, I've aged 10 years in about three weeks. I think we all have. So great effort from all the department, from John Murphy down to whoever, admin guys and stuff. It's been brilliant. Everyone's combined effort, all the part-time coaches have all put their bit in as well. Everyone had to know the philosophy, vision, everything that, and everyone sort of put it into practice on the training pitch and the matches. So pleased to get that out of the way, and we won't have one for 3 years. We might have a little action plan that we've got sort a few things out. But overall, yeah, chuffed, and we got a good response from it.
Yeah, and a few people have seen tonight's result and asked how you're getting on in the league, and you were top, weren't you? Because you've had lads going into the first team, you had a bit of a dip. Or, how are you getting on in the league?
Yeah, we narrowly lost to Oxford, and we narrowly lost to Exeter. So we lost 2 of the last 3. We played Swindon on Saturday. We beat them 4-0 in the cup, but hopefully we can produce something like that again. But yeah, we slipped to about 3rd or 4th, I think, at the minute. But it's difficult. I mean, my main priority is to try and push lads on. Mark and Neil, ask if we can have so and so. I said, yeah, take him. That seems successful, because what I'll do then is bring lads up and give lads more chance behind them. So you've got to keep trying to shift people and move people up the ladder if you can.
Yep.
Although it's nice to be, we were top of the league, it's not the be all and end all, but I'm sure we'll get back in there. Well, I think we are about being big-headed about it. I think we are the best squad in the league. But obviously that shows with 3-4 of the boys getting into around the first team, so we may suffer a little bit as a result, but
that's what it's all about, isn't it? Supplying
it's about moving the boys on, developing them, making them improve.
Yeah, you had 2 go pro at the end of last season, Joe Hanks and Ed Williams. Now Zach's obviously gone a bit fast track, so you're pretty confident some of these lads have got a good chance?
I hope so, yeah. We've got a chat over the next few months, myself, John, Murphy, Mark, Neil, about Jamie, about what we do and where we go from here, really, because I don't think we've come from in this position before, and we've got to make sure that we sort of make the right decisions and see what happens, really. It's all about finances and staffing and things like that, because obviously the more lads you keep, the more you've got to shell out, the more you've got to train, and I'm hoping that we can do something and keep a few of the boys here, but obviously it's got to be warranted. They've got to, between now and the end of the season, they've got to still keep producing, so they've got to force people's hands and make sure that we have to keep them.
Yeah.
Let's hope they can do that.
Yeah. Cheers, Ross. Well done tonight.